What you heard? Huh? What you heard? You can hear a motherfucker.
Yo. What's up, people? Man? Y'all know what this is, man. This is Code 7.
And we are back with another... Nah, we ain't back with a reaction.
This ain't no reaction, man. This is the wrap-up. This is the Poly Talk wrap-up, man.
Yeah, we hear people.
So... this shit finna be different, man.
Yeah, man.
We finna low-key interview Tizzle right now, man.
Yeah, man. I'm used to being on the other side, man. Let's go.
Alright, so... 2021, man. First off, how you think the year went for us?
Man, it went dope, man. It went dope. First off, I'm gonna talk about us. First off, man, we I think this has been the first time in a long time we've been consistent with something. You know what I mean? We done locked in, and I think we done shed a whole bunch of light on shit. I walked into a listening party today, and it was like, y'all made it more competitive again. You know what I'm saying? And I thought about that shit. I'm like, that's deep. You know what I'm saying? And we just did this on the muscle. Like, we gained nothing from it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I think we had a good year. As far as probably talk about Tizzle, I feel like I did a lot of interviews. We did flight nights. We've been busy, man. You know what I mean? We've been busy.
Busy year.
And then we already got some shit like for the top of the year. Like next year, the Poly Talk gonna hit a whole nother level, man. Like for real. I didn't talk to a lot of people, and I'm gonna interview a lot of people, and I'm gonna go to a couple people setting. You know what I'm saying? To their businesses and do it the right way.
Okay, switching it up.
Yeah.
So, you got a lot of interviews.
A lot of them, man. I actually even like wrote down, man, I hope I don't forget nobody. You feel me? Because, you know, this camera different, man. But I know we had P-Fire and Cross in this motherfucker, man. Shout out to Cross for even bringing P-Fire. We didn't even know he was coming.
We didn't know P-Fire was coming.
And that shit was dope, man. And what was memorable about that, I remember Buddy was allergic to weed. That shit fucked with me. I'm like, damn, this nigga be fucking with weed. It's tough and he allergic to weed. That nigga a soldier right there, bruh. So, that was dope, man. We had Young and Stay Paid. He ain't never dropped his album, but he came through. You know what I'm saying? Showed us some love.
Facts. That's one of the reasons why I say like that pre shit. That pre-interviews before you drop a project. Don't come here for that.
Yeah, we can't
go somewhere else. Y'all can go somewhere else. Go to them other niggas. Don't come to Code 7 for that.
Absolutely, man.
After your project drop, we want to talk about after the project
because we
drop,
be waiting
the
on
success of it and all that and how you feel about it and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we really just want to talk our shit.
For sure. And then we had Mike Louie. It was a little controversial, you know what I'm saying? We had Mike Louie.
For real, like the rap scene in Vegas?
Yeah.
Ain't no rap scene in Vegas.
You don't think it's a rap scene in Vegas?
Where is that? Where's being seen at? It's a bunch of niggas seeming to do rap in Vegas.
We had Ebony Tucker, you know what I'm saying, the TikTok queen.
Yeah.
Shout out to her and Jamal Tucker, man, dope couple, man. We had our boy Rex, Juice God. We had DT, Dante Scott with All For Solutions. We had Grease Blanco. Shout out Grease Blanco. He turned his shit up this year. We had Tobias, Snaggerlope. We had Hitty, Coach Dooney, man, Ziggy Mob. We had Landlord, man. I'm gonna keep it real. That Landlord one was a good one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was like it meant a lot to. I think it meant a lot to me, to us. You know what I mean?
To the culture,
being for where we came from and shit. So that was dope. And then we seen Landlord get his ass back in the booth and drop some heat. So it was good to see that. You know what I mean? And then we had Trey Blue again. You know how that shit go. We had Trey Blue like every other week. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Trey Blue, man. Soul of the West, dope album, man, by the way. You know, I always want to show him love. Even though we see him all the time, I want him to know he appreciate it, for sure. And he be always on the scene. That's another thing. Artists got to be on the scene. We don't ever see a lot of y'all, man. Appreciate it, brother. And then, let me see. Who else we was on? Trey Blue. We had my fam, Deontay Muhammad. You tasted some, you know what I'm saying, bean pie for the first time.
Yeah.
That was cool, real informative. I remember we found out about black private schools and shit, you know what I mean? Right. So it was dope to see that and see how that man got his head on his shoulders, you know what I mean? It was good to have my fam on here because I think that he's the balance in between not so militant that he seems awkward, you know what I mean? And I feel like we be needing that because some people you won't give them a chance just because of their demeanor and things. We had Grease McAdoo in here.
Mm-hmm.
He was working this year, man. That was a good interview. You know what I mean? I fuck with Grease too. We had True Honey. Man, what can I say? This nigga going crazy. Video games, billboards, albums, marketing genius. The nigga out here looking like Puff Daddy or somebody. Real shit. He like the Vegas Puff Daddy right now.
He doing the shit.
He doing his motherfucking shit. Shout out to him, man, because they doing their thing, man. We had Dimples in here finally. You know, we had a mix up with her for the first time. We was supposed to have her on here for the first rip.
The first year, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Dimples music.
We had DG Santana in here. We had Cash, Jovi Joe, Fast Money J. We had Smiles and Purse. Shout out to Over the Top, man. That was a dope interview, too. Grew up with them cats, man. Them cats doing a lot for the community, man. You know what I mean? That shit get overlooked, man. You know what I mean? It ain't flashy, but it's helpful for sure. So shout out to them cats for that. Perrier. What can I say?
We had Perrier after the mixer.
The mixer, yo. We had Perrier and Breezo, man. Shout out to Breezo, man, as well, man. But Perrier, man, I'm gonna tell y'all now, that new album he got, what's it called? Lost?
Lost in November.
Yes. That nigga's something different. I don't even know who to compare the nigga to. Perrier different, man. But y'all done heard him by now, hopefully, if y'all in Vegas. Anywhere y'all should be hearing that young boy. Yada, man, that interview. Nigga, that shit made me feel like a celebrity, bruh.
That day, though.
That's what I'm talking about.
That whole day. How that was it? 2 days?
2 days, man. We did the show in Cali.
Went to Cali. Stayed in Cali that night. Recorded the show. Left early that morning.
Got on the road
to get back here.
In traffic. Buddy waited for us. You know what I mean? Shout out to Yada.
Like, if you fuck with somebody and I see you putting 200% into it, I'm gonna start believing in it too. Like, damn,
Facts.
This nigga working his ass off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm gonna get a piece of this. Like, or just be like, man, I'm gonna help the homie because he doing this. You know what I'm saying? And niggas don't get that, bro. Niggas is lazy as fuck.
Yada waiting in the front of the motherfucking house at a Rolls Royce.
Oh, mama, in a Rolls Royce chilling. Oh, my mama, and he wasn't inside the motherfucker.
Oh,
when we pulled up, he was outside the motherfucker. Asking, we pulled up. I felt like that's when I really felt like we really doing this shit. We pulled up, we bumping his music, and then it was dope because if it was whack, it was gonna be awkward.
Yeah,
for real, because you can't fake the energy. You can't fake that car ride energy. If a motherfucker album whack on the car ride, man, you ain't gonna be able to fake it. So it was dope. We pull up, he outside, we switch our pants and just get to it. You feel me? I think that was a good big moment for us. And even out of town, man, getting that love out there, man. You know, they showed us a lot of love out of town, man.
Facts. We gotta go back and fuck with them.
What makes you guys turned off
we know
from these girls today?
That. Women see like a certain kind of guys and they don't realize it's dudes that really do that. It's dudes that's really doing that, but they're getting ignored in them inboxes.
But why are you coming in the inbox and not coming direct?
No, I'm just saying though, those type of people.
Listen,
because they already trying to holler 1,000 times.
I'm gonna tell you one more time. This is 2021. You ain't gonna ask why people is coming direct. It's not 15 years ago. Stop thinking it's 15 years ago.
People
There's no other way for me to meet you. Your inbox is direct.
Some people can be catfishing.
It's
like
COVID out here. You gotta hit that inbox.
I mean, in actuality, that's how we're meeting now. Like that's the only way. I'm not gonna see you at the mall and run up on you and try to speak to you and all the stuff. You know the vibe. Regardless of what it is, you know the vibe. If you meet somebody on the street, that don't mean you finna go out with them. You can give them your number and never look at it again. You know what I'm saying? It's just a vibe. When you get that vibe, you'll meet that person. It'll be what it's gonna be. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't.
Innovative.
Shout out to Annie, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Antoinette, man. She doing her thing still. I be seeing her.
Barbershop Talk podcast, man. Go check them out.
Yeah, her
fresh out of LA, man. Check out her dude, Young LA. He been doing this thing. We supposed to do some reactions
from his shit,
but we be doing so much. But we definitely on that shit this year.
Yeah, definitely we're gonna do a lot of shit out of the state.
Definitely.
For sure. And shout out West, man. West came through, man. That's the MVP. Just seen that nigga like 30 minutes ago, man. What could I say, man? West, man.
West official.
I'm gonna keep it real. He one of them cats, man, to grow on you. If you don't respect nothing else, you gotta respect a man hustle. I don't care how you say whoever doing what is what. Cause you know, people opinions like assholes. Everybody gonna have them how somebody doing something That man is working, man. That man believe in something, and he's putting his all behind it.
And he don't mind giving people the game.
He gonna give you whatever game, and he's an open book. Don't tell social media nobody about him. Ask him. He will tell you what's going on. He's not hiding behind anything. He like, this is what's going on. If you don't respect that, man, you don't respect nothing, man. For real, for real. He ain't trying to hide nothing. Then we had your boy Spence and Ivan on here. Both of your cats from Views from the 7, man. Shout out to Views from the 7, man, and shout out to Stretch Marks and
Sweatpants
and stretch marks, man. That's a cold handle, y'all.
It go either way. I don't know which one go first, but this one up.
Hey, you know,
SP. Sweatpants and stretch marks.
Yeah, man. Shout out to them ladies, man. You know what I'm saying? Strong-minded, beautiful, and funny women. It's hard to find funny women, man, and y'all found like 3 of them. I don't know if all of them funny. What, it was like 4 of them?
5.
It's 5? I thought it was 4. I'm tripping. But yeah, y'all was hella funny. Y'all was hella entertaining. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then, you know, I fuck with Ivan and Dante. Those, you know, those dudes good. And shout out to the other cat that opened up for y'all.
Rod.
That nigga.
That's saying.
Yeah, man. Shout out to them as well, man. We had Rick and Joe on this motherfucker, man. We had Two Tone. Shout out to Two Tone, man. Our brother from another, man. Him, you know, we've all done got a good relationship. It's genuine between all of us, man. And one day we gonna all look back at this shit. We gonna be slapping 5 somewhere in Malibu or something, talking about this shit, man. For real, for real. And then Chosen Rule hopped up on our radar at That's a Bar.
That's a Bar.
That's a Bar. You feel me? That's when I first got on him when it was time to study his music for That's a Bar. I still think he's a very unique artist, man. He switched up his sound. He down there went pop on a couple songs. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Chosen Roof for reaching out and you know, being creative. Shit, you know, I love to see creativity. And speaking of that, Ty Bands. You know, that's one of your favorite people. You know what I'm saying? Solid young cat, man. He done jumped on the scene and found his lane, man. He's riding his wave. So shout out to them. Shout out to Ty Bands, man. For sure, man. We had him on here. We had Tonyo Mob and Day Deuce, man. Free the Mob, man. And they brought us that West Side for the Win. Dope album, man. They came over here with hella energy. Hella funny, them dudes. You know, they do still running it up. And they album was a dope album. I like having them on here as well. Shit, we had Skeet with Game Kings. Shout out to that. I think that was a big moment, you know, especially with the news hitting us up and shit like that.
Very big moment. We got on the news plug. You know, got to get on the news. And I think after that news company hit him, a couple more news companies hit him. So he been working, man. Shout out to Skeet, man.
Shout out to Skeet, man. He definitely grinding doing his thing with Game Kings. We had Kels, man, my barber, man, and Moan. Shout out to, man, my barber, man, Kels and Moan, man. 2 solid dudes, well-rounded dudes, man, and it was dope to have them on there and just letting the fans see a different side, not just the selling drugs and all that, seeing like people, career man, business entrepreneurs, you know what I mean? Because that's all on you. Being a barber is all, you make your money off of what you do. You go to work, you get paid, you don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You like your own boss pretty much. So shout out to them for that. We had King Vay on this motherfucker, man. Shout out King Vay, man. You know, he definitely be working, man. He definitely one of the staples in the city.
There's levels to everything. You feel me? And it's top tier niggas, it's these niggas, and it's those niggas. And anything you do. And niggas want to erase that. And just be like, oh, I started doing music and I'm dope, so I'm top tier. And it's like, nah, nigga, you not.
Yeah. And what more can I say? He brought us hella work this year. You feel me? And, you know, he still got his residency. He's still handling his business. So, shout out to that for the city. I think the city needs to get behind everybody, you know what I mean? Especially when you got somebody who's in certain positions, you know what I mean? So, shout out to King Vay. We had Definition, Joe I Am. We had BB Maserati on this motherfucker. I think BB Maserati, man, that nigga, he was hella cool, laid back, man, on everything. Shout out to BB Maserati.
Once y'all doing that, the bigger it is, the more they gonna catch on though. But right now they still like do the favoritism shit, cause they can. It's different when a nigga posting shit like, he out rapping y'all, he getting views, you feel me? Then motherfuckers, they gonna have no choice but to be like, oh, whoever get on a song with me, we ain't getting on just cause you sent me a song. We doing a song cause I fuck with your music. And I feel like you finna be hard on my songs.
Shout out to Hole in the Wall, man. They both doing their thing over there in that area. And, oh, It's a Dirty Grind. We had them cats on here, man. They doing their thing. And they still dropping merch. They still going crazy. They still, for shit, they forever 100 doing their shit. It's good to see them boys still grinding. We had Cody Boulevard.
So you want me to talk to a nigga I never talked to, and the first time I meet him, he in jail?
I don't know what he okay. He asking me for shit.
They asking for shit out the gate. Out the gate.
Hey, some money on your phone. Nigga, I don't
they get right to it.
Like, what the fuck? That shit.
Yep. You know, man, that's my boy. Shout out Cody, man. I still bump that nigga shit like crazy.
Love violence, right?
Yeah, man, love violence. That nigga ran into my brother and shit. He said he ran into my brother and shit, and he was like, you look like somebody I know type of shit. So that should be crazy when people be telling me that. We had Neighborhood on this motherfucker, man. He pulled up on us, man. Neighborhood done pulled up on us a couple times in this bitch.
Neighborhood 6.
Treat yourself like a business. Like, everything is of value, bro. Like, you gotta value yourself first. Like, you can't be out in the public like that, you know? Especially when your name buzzing. You know, it come with haters. It come with, you know, motherfuckers who admire you, whatever, want to be like you, whatever you want to call it. But you don't want to question who that is when you encounter him. Like, is you, you know, is you going to try to kill me or is you finna try to shake my hand? Like, you don't want to question it, so value yourself first. Like,
yeah, man, that nigga, man, one thing about Neighborhood 6, man, I want to say, man, I salute that dude. He do so much for the city. That nigga always giving back. He always trying to have fun. That nigga he don't take himself too serious, man. He out here living life, man. So shout out to that whole movement, man, for sure, for sure. We had Charles Tatum on this motherfucker, man. We had Butter James on this motherfucker.
Damn, Butter James was this year?
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
We had Butter Ass on this motherfucker, man. Butter Ass was hilarious, man. Oh my God.
Bitches like me. And I'm like, bitch, you feel me? How we gonna do? Buy a bunch of diapers? You feel me? You bleeding on bleeding, bitch. Like, you like, I don't like bitches. You feel me? Cause like, you got titties, I got me the titty popping, bitch. What we finna do? I mean, you wanna break that bread? I'ma fake that, bitch. I'm Reggie now, because she wanna fuck. She wanna scissor or whatever you call the shit. So she she gonna pay. She want a little Caesar, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready, so she gonna pay.
Oh my God.
That was fun. Butter is one of them people, she has a personality. She was so quiet, she didn't say a word. As soon as that camera came on, you asked her a question, she went bananas. So shout out to her for her energy and everything and her music as well, man. We had 2C's on this motherfucker. Shout out to 2C's, man. You know what I mean? Soul of the Streets is out right now. He doing his thing, man. What can I say? Them niggas over there grinding, man. They working, man. And 2C's has stepped it up to another level. He's handling the business part of the game.
When motherfuckers get to doing these little lists and they doing all these little shits that they be doing, my name don't come up. When y'all do interviews and y'all interview these artists and they be like, who the hottest, or who you want to work with, or who you see working, or who you see win, nigga, they don't say it. Niggas I show love to, nigga, they ain't showing me love.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He on that other category of the rappers who are already, you know what I'm saying, established. They already got they thing. They just figuring out the other end of it. So shout out to that nigga for doing this shit. We have Twix on this motherfucker.
Las Vegas stopped using that, and it's hate, man, it's hate everywhere.
Yeah.
Our problem is we gotta get played on radio stations. We quick to enforce, hey, I'm from this neighborhood, I'm from that, I'm from this, I'm from that. But ain't nobody enforcing the radio station. And nobody went down to the stations like, listen, we ain't going nowhere till y'all play our music. And call the news. You know, Black Lives Matter, Black Music Matters.
Crazy.
That was the first Game for Lanes episode, right?
Yeah. Game for Lanes, man, with Twix, man. Shout out to Twix, man, out here running for mayor, man. How you know, you closer to Twix. How did that shit feel with you seeing him doing that?
Yeah, Twix my guy, bro. I was happy when he said he was running for mayor, like for North Las Vegas mayor, because when I came, one of my first times really speaking to Twix, although I knew him for a while, he had the barbershop in the North.
Mm-hmm.
And Twix always gave back to the North. You know what I'm saying? Like, give back to the city. So me hearing him say, like, I'm running for mayor,
That's dope.
I was like, dope. Like, I've never voted before, but this might be the first time I vote.
Make it happen for that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna vote for Twix. Just because it's for the North, man, and we need it. Twix is the first. When Vegas went through the hip hop ban, when they had the hip hop ban, Twix was a part of that group of hip hop that got banned when they stopped letting. So he's probably the best thing that we can get for our music scene. Yeah. If he becomes the mayor, because he actually knows about it. He actually knows how they stopped us. He actually know, and Twix hit us just to come on here and talk about radio play, and you know what I'm saying. Not even wasn't even coming to talk about no campaign shit.
Nah, he was doing.
He just wanted to get the youngsters a game, man. So
yeah, that shit was
that
dope,
was big, bro.
On everything, man. That shit was dope. We had Benzo 300 on this motherfucker. He said he was gonna go crazy, and he did just that.
Benzo did his shit.
Yeah, Benzo had a good ass year, man. Talk about a nigga like just taking over the rap scene. It's like nigga ain't even hear about him, and then he everywhere.
Okay, because I know the whole city done seen what we going through.
Right.
You feel me? That shit went viral. If you in the game and you fuck with snitches, you're a snitch. Okay? That's what you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And elevating, that's dope. So shout out to that nigga for that, man. We had Pootie on here. Nigga still ducking my singing fade, but if I was a nigga, I don't even blame you, my nigga. You know, when I hit that other gear, it get crazy in there. You know what I'm saying?
You made Lil a believer.
Easy. Hey, bro, that was amateur night, bro. Lil felt it because it's from my soul. That was amateur night, you know what I'm saying? It's like me and Raw Wave. It's just me and Raw Wave up there on that type shit. But then our brother DJ Do Wrong. Shout out to DJ Do
Wrong, man. Shout out DJ
Great person, man. You know, besides being a dope ass DJ, DJ Do Wrong a good person, man. I got hella love and respect for DJ Do Wrong. And shit, what more can I say? We talk to them dudes all the time.
Always bounce off each other. Who do you think would sound good on something like this? And I'd be like, well, I did some research on this person. I like how this person does this. And
I think y'all brought the best out of. I think y'all brought the best out of some. Man, listen, bro. On my soul, y'all did.
And shout out to Jovi for you know, doing this thing on the radio the other day. Speaking up, man, because Jovi usually so reserved. You know what I'm saying? It was good to hear him speak how he felt.
The city
about
fed
it.
up, man. The city is fed up.
Yeah, you could definitely feel it, man.
You can do it. There's not in a fucking contract that says you can't play this unsigned artist on your shit, bro. If you're no. Let me finish. On the radio, that may be the thing. But if you're in these fucking clubs in this venue, you play that shit, bro. You can play whatever the fuck you want.
We had Young Mills on this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Mills, man. He been pressing. He doing his DTV thing, man. It's crazy when he first came out with that. I'm like, damn, what the fuck is that even stand for? Now I know about heart. You know what I'm saying? So I let you know he done kept it in a nigga face. That's what you gotta do, people. If somebody don't know your shit, you don't take it personally. You keep it in their motherfucking face. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually they gonna recognize.
Even came with the name change, went from Young Mills to DTV Mills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Gotta respect it, man. So shout out to the niggas over there, him and Crazo and Fam Tony. They doing their shit over there. We had Jetway Jordan on this motherfucker. You know a nigga fuck with Jetway, man. I wish he was out here so we could help us win this fucking basketball game tomorrow. But it is what it is, man. I'm a coach us to victory. That's what I do. Besides that, man, we had Spitter P again, of course. You know what I'm saying? We had Brody. Shout out young Brody.
Shout out TMBA Brody, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out Brody.
I'm still waiting on this project to drop, but I think he didn't drop like 2 or 3 videos.
He be performing
so
like
he
a motherfucker.
He been consistent. He been standing in your face, and you know Brody's still young. Brody just turned 15.
And he out there on the basketball court going crazy.
Facts. He doing his thing.
And he out there on the basketball court going crazy. So shout out to that, man. And then Icy Jones, man. Shout out Icy Jones, man. We done definitely built the relationship with Icy Jones in the last year, man. Y'all got y'all radio shit going on, man. And he back in the studio cooking up, so I guess he in a good space. Because whenever artists is in a good space, I feel like they work on their music. Or if they in a real bad space. You know what I'm saying?
Either or.
You feel me? For sure, man. We had Lou. I felt like that was a long time ago. Nah. Shout out Lou, man. You know what I mean? Lou got a nigga doing TikToks and comedy skits and all kind of shit.
Okay, when you want me to start?
Immediately.
Damn, you ain't gonna let me
I think
I don't even know how to get up out there and walk.
I think it's one of them situations where you got to jump right in it. I think it's one of them situations.
You mean just jump right in some dick that I don't know?
No, baby, we both know you know how to do. You do your thing with that.
I do.
You know, yeah, you be doing.
You want me to do that? That's what I'm saying. I should start at 5 bands because
you're gonna start at 15, right? But look, I feel.
But you know when I be doing that.
When you do, that's 17 bands. You know, we ain't gonna even lie. That's
Who came did reactions with us too, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Lou, man. Dolomite. We had Dolomite on this motherfucker. Shout out to Dolomite, man, everything he got going on.
Controversy as well.
That nigga right there is so crazy. I was watching the old video when we was doing West video. That nigga is funny, man. Dolomite ass is witty as fuck. And Pinky, we had Pinky on her this year too.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Shout out Pinky, man, and everything, man. That was a good interview. That was a deep interview. If y'all ain't caught it, go catch it, man. You feel me? That was a dope one, man. We had Woon Hefner and Ty 3 on this motherfucker, man. Shout out both them cats. We had Trey Bizzle. We had Taz Gotti. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, we had the whole Swaggy World.
The whole Swaggy World came back. Yeah, they did their thing, you feel me? We had Young Tone. That was seemed like it was a minute ago. Shout out Young Tone, man. I see him doing this thing again. We had Young and Hardbody.
Yep, bam.
And we had Bella on that motherfucker, man.
Young and Hardbody done dropped what? Like 3 or 4 projects since then.
I think he dropped like 4 projects, man.
I've been doing this shit.
Yeah, man, that's all we had this year, man.
Bella.
Yeah, man. Bella was dope, man. She still grinding, doing her thing. She was just in a video. She was in one of the videos.
One of the videos we watched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The that's gonna be one of the
SYS.
Yeah.
SYS something, whatever. So with all the interviews, who was probably your most memorable?
I think on a personal level, man, I think probably the one with DT. With DT, that was a good one. I felt like it was
I love how Vegas is talking about entrepreneurship, but I don't like the fact that we give too much credit for like bad business. Like the fact that you got a business, I'm supposed to we need to start putting a little bit more pressure on. Look, man, step your business model up. You know what I'm talking about? What your marketing look like? Why ain't nobody talking about that? Everybody talking about business, but ain't nobody talking about marketing. For real. Like, how can you have one without the other? What then? What does your marketing budget look like?
About time. I'm saying
Right.
we sat down and chopped it up about some shit. I think me and him got more to come as far as with that, but yeah, that was a good one, man. Just knowing, where we came from and everything me and dude had been through together, it was like a good moment. Feel me? Yeah, that was a good one, man.
So, towards the end of the year, towards the beginning of the year, you introduced everybody to Gang for Lane.
Yeah.
Who put you onto some game? Who you was like, I'm rocking with that one. Like,
I think it get blurry because so many people say so much stuff, right? But I think the most common thing was trusting themselves. You feel me? Trusting. Most people said trusting themselves. You feel me? And then most people, the shit that they heard was just more of life lessons. You know what I mean? But overall, I think the most solid shit a person said was I'm trying to think of what is it. They said that it was like I can't even think about who it was, right? But basically they were saying, you know what I'm saying, like you can't trust the person next to you. So basically they were saying like you can't trust the person next to you, so trust yourself or something shit like that. But I forgot how they had worded it, right? But it was like when he had said it at first, I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Then later on I had went back and watched it, and it was like, nigga, like, you only have yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't really trust nobody, you know what I mean? And that shit had really meant something to me. I don't know why it was like, yeah, that's real, because I feel like that's what we doing with this shit. We trusting ourselves.
Right.
It's like, it be so many, well, I took it, he was saying this, like, it's so many lanes you could take, but it's only one lane for you. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
And when I be sitting back looking at all the videos and the shit that we did over this year, over these 2 years, it's like, bruh, like, niggas really carved out their own lane.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Just made a way.
For real, for real.
This year we kinda we stepped out into the world.
Yeah.
We tried different shit. We played with our ideas and seen what worked. The events. What part of the events is kind of like? What was the high moment for you with the events?
I think seeing the artists get their love and then seeing the entrepreneurs being accepted and get the spotlight, I think that was good. You know what I'm saying? And seeing the city come together. Like, we seen so many people, so many features, so much that came from our events. Like, as far as, like, with the industry.
Definitely a lot of
with
features.
Local music. Like, a lot of people that met each other from our events, you know what I'm saying? And, like, enjoyed themselves. A lot of people in the game, new fans, and it's always good energy. We ain't even had, like, no drama. No bullshit. So, I think that's a good thing.
And they definitely a few features came from the events.
Yeah, for real. For real, man. I think that'd be the dopest shit. When you hear a nigga like, you see two niggas that they don't even know each other, they come holler at us like, hey man, that's the niggas I just said. Yeah, man, go holler at them. Boom, we link y'all up, y'all go make beautiful music together. Gain relationships. That's how it's supposed to be, man. Motherfuckers be trying to hog in all the attention. I even love seeing so many podcasts now.
Facts.
For real. Like, nigga, make content, be creative. People be thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be the only one, or you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the best one. Hey,
we're not trying to be the only one.
Nah, man, y'all do y'all thing, man. Run that shit up, man. Feel me?
Definitely that shit.
Just remember where this shit came from. So.
And then it's crazy because, like you said, we had Dooney, and Dooney got Behind the Lights.
Exactly.
Dooney got Behind the Lights.
And that shit dope was a motherfucker. Everybody have a one, man.
We connected with a few people that got their own shows or whatever that's doing their shit. So when it comes to the shows that we had, as far as like, because Flight Night was dedicated to you.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, bro, this is your shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is your live time. So the first Flight Night, like, was you nervous? Like, what was your feelings of?
Man, the first Flight Night, I think that the energy in there, as soon as you walked in there, it was so dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once people walked in there, I knew it was gonna be cool. And the crowd, it's like, it was a crowd who wanted to learn as well. It was like a crowd, like the right crowd. You know what I mean? It wasn't a crowd that wanted to like see twerking and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it was one of the situations where if it wasn't popping when you walk in, the look of it, you will leave. If you looking to go to a club, and we wasn't trying to give off a club vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I think it fit perfectly, you know what I mean? And then when Bouquet, her energy was so electric. Like, she got such great energy. So I think like we meshed off each other pretty well, and I think that it was dope, man. Seeing she doing her thing right now, man. You know what I mean? Doing with Coffee with Bouquet. I see she like
doing Coffee with Bouquet. That shit dope.
Her shit up.
That shit dope. Shit, you got to. I didn't get to meet him, but you got to meet Jay Prince.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I didn't get to meet him, but you got to actually shake his hand and
I
talk to him.
I didn't know who the fuck he was. I didn't know who the fuck he was. I think Sam was like, man, because he, you know what I'm saying? I think his son and shit said he'd be watching the show and shit.
Well, they was talking to you.
So shout out to them, man. They both was solid people, man. They wasn't, egos wasn't crazy. They was cool. I didn't know who they was. I'm like, man, I told Sam, I'm like, man, this nigga act like he know me from somewhere. For real, I was there high as a motherfucker, but it was dope, man. And then the crowd, man, motherfuckers was popping up, doing their thing. Remember TP So Vegas, man, the seeing their energy, man, that shit is what a nigga be. That's what a nigga do it for, man. Seeing them doing their shit on stage and they getting their love. Like, we hear y'all shit, we liking it. When we see y'all performing that shit and we see motherfuckers rocking to your shit, that shit is different.
Everybody in here don't know your music.
Yeah, for real.
It's not one of them situations that you come in and everybody came to see you. Motherfuckers really don't know your music, so you gotta really bring people into it.
You have to entertain, man. You can't keep hiding. A lot of people hide behind computers, man. They hide in the studio, they hide behind computers. Like, it's a lot of people we ain't seen perform. You feel me? There's a lot of people, it's like they don't even want to perform.
A lot of people.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's different. You might get booed. You know what I mean? So to be a big dog in the game, you got to perform. That's where the money come. Like, I don't understand. Like, recording is cool, but they make their money on the road. What you think, what you think somebody want to do? Record all day or have a hit song? Believe me.
Get their ass out there.
You want to perform, man. You want to get that reaction from the crowd, man. This shit is about money. This is about you. And as an artist, you need to know your fan base. You need to know who fucking with you.
Right.
You need to stop accepting fake love. Y'all accept. You the hardest I ever heard. All right, well, I'm about to do a show next week. It's owls in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, how? Like, how? You ain't fucking with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta see, man, because that fake love will have you niggas spending a lot of money for nothing.
Facts.
For real. Fake love have a nigga, man, breaking a bitch and then breaking himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, nigga, like, it gotta become lucrative. You know what I'm saying? And the only way you can make it lucrative if you build these crowds. And the first time you show up, it ain't gonna be 100,000 people. This ain't a movie, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be thinking this shit a movie. Like, they gonna go to sleep, wake up, then they gonna go sell out the garden. Nigga, no, this is a process. Nigga, get your fans, do your thing. And trust me, nigga, even if it's like 5 people, you do your thing, the 5 people gonna tell 5 people. And that's all it takes. And it just takes some people to talk about you, man.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
So, to give the people an idea of your process, outside of artists, I know how the artists come about this motherfucker.
Mhm.
How do Tizzle choose who Tizzle want to talk to?
I feel like with the pilot talk, I be wanting to see like something going on in their life that ain't like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And I see when I be seeing people like, let's say like Mindset, Morgan, or Bouquet, it's like they kind of people who like they doing their thing, but they not throwing in your face type people. You feel me? They kind of play the background. Like, yeah, I got my shit going, and they got their shit going on. They chilling. They bossed up, but they not throwing it in your face. Right. So when it be people like that, I be like, damn, why not put them on a platform? Now, they probably know more people than me, but I probably know people that they don't know. So why not put you on a platform and let you show off your product and what you got going on, especially if I see you consistent. That's how I feel. If I see you consistent with something, I'm going to holler at you. You know what I'm saying? This year, you know what I mean, I'm going to reach out to a lot more people. And this year, it's going to be like more of a show. It's going to be more of a like, I'm going to be bringing groups and shit, you know what I mean? Because this was like it was a filling out thing, you know what I'm saying? And then you realize like, at the end of the day, this is entertainment. You know what I mean? So I think the next year is going to be way more entertaining. Because a lot of people, you got to bring it out of them. You feel me? I'm going to need to see them making their own noise. I need to see, because there's so many people being creative now, I could really sit back and be like, okay, they being creative. I see what you're doing now, you come on here and bring your crowd with you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we at that point now.
Okay. So getting into next year, you say you got new ideas, you pulling up on people and, you know, going to the establishment. What made you think of that? What made you say like this is what I'm finna do next year?
Like, first off, location. Location is everything, you know what I'm saying? And I know most people are comfortable in their area, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to nobody's hoods and no shit like that. I'm talking business. Yeah. That's out. You feel me? I'm not talking about that. This ain't hits from the streets of those shit. You know what I mean? But like, if you doing something, let's go see it. I want to be able to show it because with the way I've been doing it right now, right, I ain't been able to really show their product. So if I do it where you at, I can show your product. And what really hit my mind with it, to answer your question though, was Jalissa. And that was somebody else I had also interviewed. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jalissa. She had got me a modeling gig, man. Me and my boy Ben went out there and turned up, you feel me? But it was like with her, or seeing her do at her spot was different than when we went to her spot with her. You know what I'm saying? That time, it was different seeing her in her environment, seeing her modeling. She was a whole different person. Her energy and everything was completely different. She was like Sasha Fierce in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because she was around there nigga bossy. And I think that if I would have showed that side of her, it would have been different. You know what I mean? So I want to show people like in their natural habitat. Now artists and stuff, they gonna still come do their thing, but as far as the businesses and shit, I'm gonna pull up on them. You know what I'm saying? We get some footage of that shit too.
Facts.
Yeah. Give you more shit to edit. That's what I'm about to do. You better grow you another you, nigga.
I'm for it. So that's basically the wrap up of everything you did.
Yeah, for sure. If
as far as this year,
anything, man, I apologize.
I think you said all the people.
Yeah, man.
That's
and they gonna run it though. We gonna run your names anyways. If I forgot anybody, I apologize.
Definitely gonna run the
man.
names.
When you was here, you know I was smoking, so you know why I forgot you. If you done met me, you smelt me. You feel me? We're gonna go from there, man. But y'all be blessed, man. Keep you thriving, man. And this is probably talk about Tizzle, man.
Yeah,
this DJ Skinny. And we up out of here.
Peace.
How the fuck you winning if you lost to this? Niggas think they own, so they get off in this. It's easy to get crossed to this. On TOP, we gon' get far from this. Step up in they town and burn it down like I'm a horse.